Go ahead.
So today we're going to be making, hello everyone. Today we're going to be making custard pie. Buttermilk, lemon, blueberry, custard pie. Now, that sounds really, really complicated, but it's like so easy, it's ridiculous. And I'm going to talk about some of the ways that we can jazz it up and make it different if at the end. So let's start by rolling out the pie crust. Now I've made pie crust in the past. It is really simple. It's just butter, flour, salt, and water. That's it. And we're going to roll it out and put it into the pie pan. I've turned on my oven to 350. And now, if there is ever a pie crust that could be pre-baked, this would be one of them. But when I made it last week, I didn't want to because I didn't want to. And it turned out just fine without pre-baking the crust. So I've made the pie crust single layer. I've refrigerated it, and we're just going to roll it out. Super easy. And roll it and put it into the pie pan. This is lovely paste.
Whoa.
It's got this of, oh, isn't Carrie's beautiful? So beautiful. So here we go. Lift it up, shape it. Crimp the edges. Oh, rip off the part that's too much. There we are. So super easy. If you wanted to, you could pre-bake it and blind bake it. But like I said, I didn't have the time to do it last week, and it turned out just mighty fine. So no problem. I've done this a couple of times before. And there you have mine. So let's talk about what goes in to, oh, hello. Let's clear the decks. My trusty scraper. I know Pam loves that. So we're just going to, first of all, I'll just get rid of the lemon. Now, you could leave the lemon out and then it would be a blueberry custard pie, you know, just without the lemon. But the lemon makes it taste really fine. So, now if I were worried about time, I probably would have zested the lemon before, but you get a sense of this is not going to take very long. And this is a lemon from my lemon tree, of which I have thousands. Anybody want some lemons? So I've zested one lemon. That's about a tablespoon, more or less. Not getting any of the white part. Which will be perfect. And then the juice of one lemon. You could actually use more lemon juice than just one, you know, it's about a quarter of a cup. It doesn't matter. So there you have, it's about, yeah, a quarter of a cup, more or less. So how to make the filling, we'll just, 4 eggs. I'm going to show you a trick that I do. I put the egg shells upside down. If there's any white that is clinging to them, it's going to go on the bottom. I'll show you what I do in a second. It sort of seals the bottom of. Now, I don't know whether this really makes a difference, but I do it for pumpkin pie as well. If you lift up and then you take your hand and squish the egg white around, it forms like a barrier between the pie crust and that, and I don't know, I seem to think that it makes it crisper, but who knows? I could be imagining that. So 4 eggs, beat them up. And to the 4 eggs, you notice I didn't exactly beat them up a lot. Add a cup and a half, cup and a quarter. Again, it's not a big deal. Of sugar. I usually mix the sugar and the egg whites together so that it's, you know, the egg whites, the eggs themselves are really very well mixed. And then salt, buttermilk. It's a cup and a quarter of buttermilk. A teaspoon of vanilla. Your lemon zest, lemon juice, and melted butter. all of this gets mixed up together. I melted that butter in the microwave right before we started. And I'm going to sift in a 1/4 cup of flour. I don't add it all at the same time because I don't want lumps. And there you have it. Now I can't think of a filling that is much easier than that. That's just it. So let's talk about this for a second. You could bake this and you'd have custard pie. You could do that. You could put jam, like strawberry jam, at the bottom, pour that on top. You could do that. I'm going to put blueberries, which I've washed and, on the bottom. You could put coconut on the bottom. Blackberries, frozen fruit. You could make it any way you wanted. If you didn't like the lemon, you could leave the lemon out. If there isn't enough lemon in here, you could put more lemon in. This is just your basic buttermilk pie recipe, and you can do it however you choose to do it. It's all up to you. You have leftover fruit, apples. You could put apples in there, and then it would be a French apple custard. If you didn't have buttermilk, you could put evaporated milk in here. You could put regular milk. It's completely up to you. It doesn't matter. This is one of those recipes. If I had like a frozen pie shell, you could make this up and it would be ready for dinner in an hour. And from the beginning to the end, it would only take an hour. It's up to you. And even though in the recipe I've said, make it, take it out, don't serve it, put it in the refrigerator for 2 hours. You don't have to. I've made this with, and taken it out of the oven and had it warm, and it's mighty fine. It's just great. So I'm just going to pour in right on top of all of the blueberries, which will then float to the top. That will fill, that amount plus the blueberries fills a 9-inch pie tin. This will be, I'm going to put it in the oven at 350 for 50 minutes. And I have dessert I have my dessert all ready, and it took me 15 minutes. And that included a lot of talking. It's a really good, quick meal. a dessert. Oh, I know what I wanted to think. What do you think about maybe making a graham cracker crust unbaked and throw it in there and bake it? I don't know whether it would work, but it occurred to me that that would be something we could do. I just haven't tried it yet. But I wouldn't put bananas in it, but you know, there's all kinds of fruits that will go in there. So there you have it, a dessert that you can get on in the oven, ready to go in a very short period of time. So
how do you know it's done?
oh, you check it. If you put a knife into it, into the center, and it comes out clean. Mom always said a silver knife. We never had silver knives. In all my life, until I got married, I had never seen a silver knife. So, whatever. Dina, isn't that true?
We didn't have silver knives. Grandma had silver knives.
That's true. That's true. But I mean, don't you just put a knife in the middle?
Yeah, any knife. Just
Knife.
Yeah.
It's not plastic.
Some kind of tester then to see.
That will come out clean, and
Yeah.
it'll be kind of puffy, and it won't jiggle that much anymore. You know, particularly if you're going to serve it warm, you don't want it to be really jiggly. You know, but if it's cold, it'll set up beautifully.
I know all this stuff we're gonna make.
So there you have it. That's my deal. Now you're making split pea soup, Carrie.
Yes, I have split pea soup on split pea soup take 2 because yesterday I made split pea soup like I always do in the crock pot. And about halfway through the day, I opened it up to take a look, and there were weevils in my split pea soup that I did not notice were in the bag, apparently. And so I had to throw out a whole thing of split pea soup and order Chipotle for dinner last night. And
my grandmother and my mother swear by okay, so maybe I've eaten a few too many weevils in my day, but they always just told me it was a little extra protein and eat it, okay?
I'm sorry, but I've thrown them out. Just throw them out.
but I read up on them. They're not dangerous. They're just
Yeah.
See, I told you. See, you could totally.
You could totally eat them. That's true. I wouldn't choose to.
Black sesame. Everybody thinks that's fancy, right? It's just garnish.
Black sesame seeds.
Yeah. So yeah, it was terrible. So tonight is split pea take 2, and I have clean split peas. And all is going according to plan.
Good.
Yeah, that is good.
Yeah. But I have to tell you guys, I made a salted caramel cheesecake for my best friend's birthday this last week. And I was like sort of stumped on the caramel. And my mom told me to do this. She said, take a can unopened of sweetened condensed milk, put it in water and simmer it for 3 hours. And I simmered it for 3 hours. And then after 3 hours, I got this.
Ooh.
And it's fabulous. It's so good. And it was so easy. So had to pass that along.
I have never done that. I've read about it, but I was always afraid that somehow or another it was going to blow up or something bad.
As long as you don't boil it, you just simmer it.
So maybe
You said in a pan of water, Carrie? You
Uh-huh.
put a little water and just on the stove and simmer?
Yeah, just cover the can with water and simmer it for 3 hours.
And it's closed. You don't open it?
Do not open it.
Oh, okay, that's what. Well, my little hint for the day, I think I brought it up another time, is I'm always ending up with these things that need buttermilk, and we don't like buttermilk to drink, so I always waste it. So this buttermilk powder is like a lifesaver. I've used different brands. This is, anyway, and it keeps like forever, and you just add water and it's buttermilk. So
yeah.
it's pretty cool.
I'm going to use whatever's left over in here to
Yeah.
make soda bread.
Oh, okay. That's too much planning. This, you just add a little powder and water. You don't have to plan.
I know, and I love buttermilk powder too. But I had I had the pie from last week. I've got the pie today. I'm going to have buttermilk for soda bread.
Perfect.
It'll be done. Either that or
Like it.
I had no idea buttermilk powder existed. So thank you.
I didn't either. No, and I usually plan. I think I'm on day 4 with my Costco chicken doing soup. So, I plan to use every little bit as a rule, but butter, I don't know. It's easy.
I love, that's one of the things about Costco that I love is the chicken and the big bags of asparagus.
Oh, yeah.
So I would go, that would be the asparagus and the Costco chicken, and then, I don't know, rice or something. I don't know.
You can eat for days that way.
Yes, exactly. So, Kelly, are you getting your glasses back?
No. Last night, Damien remarked to me, why is your font so big on your, I was reading on my iPad. Why is your font so big? Do you need glasses? And I'm like, yes, I lost my glasses. And I realized that out of the blue, I remembered where I left them. I left them at work. I have not been into work since March 15th of 2020. And I'm not going in there either. I don't want to go in there. It's got kids in it. It's got cooties. I get my second jab. I think the 19th is the earliest day that I can get it. And if I don't find anything closer by, my local hospital doesn't have Pfizer, so I probably have to drive a couple hours.
Yeah.
But if I don't find anything before the 27th, I have an appointment for the 27th. So I am not going to work until 2 weeks after March 27th, and then I will go in and get my glasses.
That's when I'm going to show up at your house.
Yes. Well, we might very well show up at yours, Kate. We need lemons. For you, I have baby chicks for you. How many chicks do you want, and when do you want them?
I should give them 3. I should give them some. No,
Baby chicks,
you should get yes.
whenever I can get them. That's fine.
What
No.
What kind? What kind?
Well, we'll talk. We'll talk.
Dog food.
Eggs for your YouTube channel, Kate.
Cookies.
Everybody, I am really happy that you showed up. Oh, let's talk about what people want for next week. Is there a request? I could make the Persian omelette for spring.
Yes.
Yes.
Because it's Nowruz.
Cuckoo, Sabizi.
Is that the one you posted?
Yes.
Yeah, and I'll do
Lots and lots and lots of.
the cutting up.
Well, next week I have my
It's
Wow.
super simple. It's like a frittata. You know, it's not that many eggs, and it has a lot of different green vegetables in it. So we can do that
Okay.
next week. And it's really tasty. It's really tasty. So,
Sounds good.
Sounds great.
Good. Yeah.
and it is very, according to, I posted it online, and all of my former students are going, oh my God, you made it. Yeah.
We drive traffic to your channel. Send the link to all of them and they will all be here.
Yes.
I'll post it on Facebook. I'll say, okay, I got it. You can come and see me make cuckoo. That will be interesting. That will be anyway, it's really, thank you for coming. Thank you. And we will be making Persian fresh herb omelet next week. I'll post my picture of the pie
Okay.
out, and Carrie, you need to post your picture.
I will.
So it's great to see you all, and it's lovely seeing you, Annalise and Kelly.
Yay.
Yay.
Yay!
Joe's making dinner.
Have a
Thank you.
wonderful week, everybody. Take care.
We'll talk soon.
Talk.
Thank you, you too, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
I
Bye.
want slice. You can, Joe, she can see.
Hi, Kat.